This is an introduction to the series of recitations, readings of the poem Bidruhi, the Rebel, by Qazi Nazrul Islam. This time it is that I'm introducing this. It's night time, so I'm aware of the neighborhood's need to remain undisturbed. So I'll not recite this in this edition, but I will be doing this in a series of daytime broadcasts. The essential point I'm making is that all the readings that I have been able to access of various parts of the poem, the Bidruhi, on the internet, the people who are doing the recitations are being presented as being either very good or the best or whatever. But they're not, because the essence of this poem, Bidruhi, is not in the words. The essence of the poem is in the actual intention, the thinking, and the dedication to the collection of the words that constitute the declaration that this is the declaration essentially made about 104 years ago by Nazrul was aimed at the British Empire. But it wasn't confined to the British Empire. It was actually, the British Empire was used as a symbol of all oppression, all oppressive regimes. And so therefore the oppressions that Nazrul targeted in the poem were to be found all over the world then, and they are to be found all over the world now. So the reading, whoever is reading this, has got the duty to understand and to actually acclimatize themselves with that understanding, if they can do that. And they can only do that if they believe in the denunciation, in the opposition, and in the rejection, and the fight against all the oppression, all injustice. All injustice in the plural, all injustices in the plural, and all in the injustices in the singular, wherever they are. For example, justification, the justification for the massacres that the Zionist state of Israel has been perpetrating against the children, the women, the vulnerable people in Palestine is only part of the evidence. There are other massacres, genocides, and mass murders and violations of human rights being committed. So currently, this is now the 1st of November 2024. Only 3 months ago, Sheikh Hasina was unleashing waves of murderous attacks on the people protesting against her regime. Now, the estimates that have been published by Reuters news agency now say that this is the maximum. They say about 1,000 people were murdered, but that's not true. Uncounted and uncountable numbers of people are mass murdered by Sheikh Hasina and by our orders. during the protests that started in, let's say, late June, July 2024. But there were hundreds of thousands of people that have been murdered by Sheikh Hasina during the years that she was in power. So the rebellion, Bolabir, Unnata Momoshir. Who is Momo? Momo means me, mine. Now, Nazrul in that poem is personalizing all these victims, all the targets, and turning himself into the person that symbolizes all these murdered people, injured people, violated people, oppressed people. So throughout the whole poem, which is quite a long poem, and to do justice, I will not be able to read the whole poem at one go. I'll be reading it in parts in order to do maximum communication and maximum effectiveness of the recitation. When I do that, not in this edition, but when I do that, I'll do that in parts. Bolobir. Now, it could be an address by Nazrul to some unknown, unidentified hero. But actually, the hero is himself, Bolobir. And he's saying Bolo means he's saying to the audience, right across the readership, the audience, and he's addressing the audience as a collective voice. For them to say hero, for them to say acknowledge, recognize him as the hero. Bolobir, Bolo Unnato Momoshir. My head is high. Unnato Momoshir. Shir Nehari Amari. My head is not bowed. Shir Nehari Amari. Noto Shir. Oi Shikor Himadri. Now the abode of ice, Him Alloy, the Himalaya of the whole Mount Everest range in the north of the subcontinent. He's turning that mountain into a lower height than the height where he is risen. Bolobir, Bolo Unnata Momoshir, Shir Nehari Amari, Noto Shir Oi Shikor Himadrir. He's saying the Shikor, the peak of the abode of the ice. So we shall be continuing this. This is just a short introduction.